Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Event Tech Live and the next session today. Remember, if you are enjoying it, you can get involved on our social media pages. If you want to connect with us, the team, and other people as part of the show, hashtag ETL21 is the hashtag you want to use. Get yourself a selfie on there. There might even be some competitions going on with that hashtag as well. I've just been over to Twitter, having a look around on there, so it is worth getting involved with that. But here on the main stage, up next, our topic is from isolated trade shows to 365 event strategies and communities. So to present this, we are going to welcome Florian from Event Maker. Hello, Florian.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, I'm very good. And you?
I'm very well, thank you. Excellent to hear from you. Thank you very much for joining us. Looking forward to this session, seeing how the trade shows have changed and developed. So really interesting stuff. Can't wait for it. If you're ready, take it away.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for attending this session for trade shows. We are in a specific context where on-site events and on-site trade shows are back. I wanted today to focus on the idea that trade shows are not isolated events anymore, but they are now part of a 365 event strategies and communities. So hello, I'm Florian. I'm working for Event Maker as a head of product. I have a few years in the event tech background, and I was on the organizer side a few years ago during 8 years at Reed exhibitions. So trade shows are very familiar to me. Let's start now with a bit of context. Here is what we are going to talk about during these 30 minutes we have together. And at the end, I will be pleased to answer your questions, of course. We will start with a bit of context and talk about the challenges that are facing trade shows. First, 2021 is really the renewal of events. So obviously, in-person events are back. Even if I'm online with you today virtually, Event Tech Live will be on site tomorrow and on Thursday. So it's really good to be back all together on site and to have this online opportunity as well to extend the show. We have now a huge experience of remote meeting with the last 18 months. Obviously, new skills have been acquired by organizers in this time frame. So we have new people, maybe new skills to deal with digital now, and it's an opportunity for maybe richer and more virtuous meeting formats that will be completed in addition to the on-site formats that we know very well. So yes, it's changing for organizers, for trade show organizers, because now there are a lot of new opportunities, and the role of event organizers has turned to become the one of community leaders. So yes, there are community connections that are now easier to make. Physical events have returned, of course. It's the climax of community animation, community leading that is now thought of for the year. And we have new event formats now. We have been successfully testing new online formats, including for trade shows, and this will complement physical events. It will generate relevant content and business, not just for the 2, 3, 4 days of the show. What is at stake as well is technology solutions, because many organizers have invested in these solutions during the past months, so that they can create a remote experience. Now it's time to optimize this investment over the long term. It does not. It's not an investment which has been made just for a few months. It's made for lasting in time. And very serious challenge is business model. Even strategies are no longer based solely on an annual physical meeting. It's not just space rental. Now there are offline and online synergies that obviously open up new perspectives, and this is what we are going to see together now. Well, we have a lot of questions from our clients, and this is just a few of them here on this slide, because we all hear about hybrid events, hybridization, but we don't all have the same definition. So I will try to give you one just after that. But the questions we have from our clients are really linked to how to make an event hybrid, how to integrate digital, because everybody knows that it's a new challenge, but how to handle that, how to tackle it, how can I change the format of my event, because it's already new, actually, even if we have experience for 18 months. Which are the features that will be integrated to this event strategy? This is another questions. It's questions about community matchmaking, etc. So there are some concepts and words like matchmaking which were existing prior to this this crisis time. Now they are even more important to talk about. And one question which is also very important is about community platform. So what's that? How does this work? Do I need to have one dedicated platform for community leading, etc., etc.? So it's a lot of questions, and let's try to bring some answers here. First, hybridization. For us, it's just a level of digital that you introduce in your event. It's nothing less, nothing more than this. So obviously, it goes from 0 to 100%. And it's not new, actually. Events are hybrid, and they have been hybrid for a long time now. Think about websites and online registrations. It's already something hybrid. It was just the start at this moment over maybe 15 years ago. So what's new is that the crisis that we faced altogether made the average standard level much more higher than it used to be before. So yes, this is our definition of hybridization, and from this we will see how we can hybridize an event. But before that, community leading is the other important concept that we have to deal with now. For us, we think it has become a new condition of success for trade shows. So trade show strategies are now considered in a more continuous term, and there is a real complementarity between online and on-site events. As we said, on-site event, on-site trade shows is the climate for the community, but this community has a lot of other events, online events, that build a link between two editions of a physical event. So these online events will feed the on-site events, and on-site events will feed also online events. It's a kind of virtuous circle we have to create in this new period. So communities are being built, and it makes loyalty really easier to reach for a trade show organizer, because we don't cut the communication with our clients or with the participants, the attendees of our trade shows. We don't cut that anymore. It will be really easier to maintain, to keep the link activated between organizers, between the trade shows, between the participants. And obviously, the objective is still generating leads for the exhibitors, but now we are able to do that all year long with added value and a real value proposition for exhibitors. It's not something artificial now. It's something which is in line with the new era in which we are now. So the challenges are these ones. This is what we think needs to be improved in the coming months and years. First, improving networking effectiveness and engagement levels. This can be a weakness of the online events. It's not the same to network on-site, or network online, obviously. So we need to improve the way we do it online. It's just the beginning, and we can go further. We need to think how we effectively combine online and physical events. It's not just organizing events, it's organizing the link between these events. And we have to explore and stabilize new business models, because obviously the classic business model based on a square meter is still very important, but now is not the only one, and it's not something that can be done online. So the promise has to be different, and the business model has to be different too. So this is for the context part. So now let's talk about 365 platform, which is what is of interest here to answer our needs of hybridization and community leadership. This is how we see the new landscape for trade shows. It's a unique digital platform that will enable community leading 365, and trade shows are moments. The various editions of a trade shows are a specific moment, a climax, but it's here in this yearly community leading that will take place the trade shows from now on, and all year round we will have online events to make the link and to create this facilitation between exhibitors, visitors, organizers, and this will imply some changes, like in terms of vocabulary. So it's not very clear now because I think the presentation has been uploaded with some modifications. So it's a kind of game, you know. You have to guess what is the word behind. So we think we don't have to talk about website anymore, but about platform. You could guess it here. Organizers have become industry facilitators, so it's just a word that we've chosen, but let's choose your own words if you want. But it's not just organizing anymore. It's really about facilitating within a community. And exhibitors and visitors, they can become participants, or they can even become members of a community. So it's a lot of changes, and maybe another one from square meter to lead opportunities, because it will be the link between an on-site business model and an online business model. It will be the lead opportunities that you can create for your exhibitors, and the connections that you can make between your members. So it's about changing vocabulary, and it's about bringing some content, new formats for this community. We think the key is exhibitor webinars. It is the key to create community feeling between your members. So it's about selling speaking opportunities to exhibitors anytime. It's about creating webinars on the platform and promoting them to targeted audience. And it's about broadcasting these webinars to engage the audience and deliver leads. So this can be done all year long. alongside your own session as an organizer, or we have a lot of clients or people we talk with that now invest in a TV studio in their office, in professional equipment, because it's not too expensive to do, actually, regarding the return on investment you can have. So you can create your own program with your own almost your own TV show, with inviting expert speakers and industry leaders, and broadcasting this to your community. So it's two types of contents based on video events that really have good results in terms of community facilitation. So your website is the digital platform. It's for face-to-face events, it's for remote events, for hybrid events, whatever you want, you need to do that in the same place, which is your website. It's a platform for community facilitations. It's a platform for trade show communications. It's a platform for exhibitor lead generation. It's a platform for participant engagement. Everything needs to be at the same place, because your data is at the same place. Your participants, your members, from an online event to an on-site event, can be the same, and in general are the same. So you need to have an overview on the data, on their engagement, on what they on the way they interact with your trade show and with your brand. So we think everything here has to be done from the website, which is really the masterpiece of your digital stack. So this enables you to answer all event formats, all your needs, having everything you need around this 365 community and trade show, which is your website. So you can manage your program, you can manage registration as well, whether it's for your trade show or whether it's for online events. You can manage networking, you can manage exhibitors. This one is in French, exposants, exhibitors. You can manage everything from here, so that you have like a convergence of data at the same place. So how do you do that? We think it's important that the content of your website is tagged with thematics or areas of interest that are involved within your community. So whatever the main interests are around your community or around your trade show, you need to have your content on your website tagged with this. Whether we talk about exhibitors, webinars, speakers or products, everything needs to be tagged so that you can score your members. You can score them depending on the interactions they have within the platform. If they go and visit this web page, they will have maybe 20 points. If they register to a session, they will have 50 points. If they do attend this session, they will have even more points. This enables to have an engagement scoring. And since you have tagged everything, you know what the interaction is related with. You know that this member registered to this session, so you know that he is interested by this thematic. So you will be able to have like a profile of your members with the main areas of interest, and that will help you a lot to then promote your content, whether we are talking about trade show content or webinar content, webinar sessions that take place all year round. So it's very important to have this kind of mechanism, so that the more your platform is used, the more you will, the better knowledge you will have about your community, and your platform will be more successful this way. And if it's more successful, if it's more accurate, if you are able to profile your members, you will deliver qualified leads in the exhibitor portal. So it's important for them to have 365 access to their lead portal, so that they can check all leads that come from the webinars that you that they've spoken to, and it could be also leads coming from a product that has been bookmarked, for example. It's a lead that can come from a replay session that has been watched by a member. Well, there are other means to generate leads, but it's important that everything is unified at the same place. And yes, here are some examples of what you can do: chat and video chat to generate leads, of course, one-to-one meetings or video meetings to generate leads. So this is what brings value to the exhibitors now. It's the different sources of leads that you can offer them online and on site, with your on-site trade shows and the lead retrieval system that you can offer them to. So everything is at the same place. They know they can generate leads whatever they need, and they often need to speak at a different moment than the dates of the trade show. So this is what it's important. Just going quickly on this one because the time is running, but you've got the idea now that it's made to track customer journey at all your events and converge your on-site and online data. So this is very important to be in this perspective. So now, business models. It's an important question here, because hybridization was not natural for trade shows, because we have an history, a cultural history around the physical event, around booth rental, etc., etc. So it was hard to move to online. It was hard to have another business model. It was hard to figure out how we can connect people. Now we have experience, and with this experience and with the perspective I've just presented before, we can think about new business models. There are many ways to generate new revenue streams, and they can be cumulative, of course. A lot of our clients now do that a lot in advance before they send the exhibitor contracts for the next edition. They add like mandatory options for 365 community, 365 leads, whatever you call it. So it's added in the exhibitor contract because it has value, and exhibitors now really understand this value. So there is no problem now in having this kind of new fee in the exhibitor contract, and it's a way to make your investment secure as well, in terms of digital, and even to generate extra revenue. Another way is to sell packages to your exhibitor so that they increase visibility and the number of generated leads. So this is something which was used before and which is still very relevant in our industry, but it has to be focused on lead generation and on lead generation all year round via the different lead sources that we've just spoken earlier. And maybe a new one, or one which was maybe not very considered before, selling speaking opportunities to non-exhibiting companies. I remember it was hard to go in that way, in that direction, a few years ago, because we considered that exhibitors were prioritary, and they made the effort to exhibit on site. So there was no way we could offer like sponsoring options, sponsoring opportunities to non-exhibiting companies. But now time have changed, and actually, as we said before, online events, they will feed on-site events. So if you generate online leads for them, it's very likely that they will become on-site exhibitors as well. So I think this is very important to consider in the future, because it could be a win-win for our trade shows and for our exhibitors, obviously. Yes, another game now. I wanted to talk about subscription models. They are not very used in the event industry, but it's very common in the world of online services. And it's time has come to reconsider this in the event industry, because we are talking about community leading all year round. So it's in phase with subscription models. It's not like before, where there were like a few days, a few days of business. Now there are 365 days of business. So subscription is now really more logical in our industry. And this will encourage your exhibitors and clients to take advantage of speaking opportunities regularly on your industry platform. Obviously, if they pay for a monthly fee, they will be likely to enjoy these speaking opportunities that you will offer them in front of a relevant community and relevant potential new leads. So so really, my message here is think about subscription models for your exhibitors. It's a way to introduce the new world of trade shows now. And we at Event Maker have adopted these subscription models. Why? Because a platform is online all year round. Our client needs to lead their communities 365. They should be able to create a relationship. Our clients, they should be able to create these relationships with their clients all year round too. So it's not again, it's not a short time frame. It's 365. So for us, it's very now obvious that we had to adopt subscription models, and it's a big change in our clients' mindset, but it's important that the platform should be used continuously. We can't use platforms like all-in-one platform just a few weeks during the year. It should be used continuously. So for us, this is the logical as well of a subscription model, and it enables trade show organizer to spread digital costs through the year. So it's better for treasury, obviously. And the other advantage is that size subscription plans. We can size subscription plans depending on a business activity rhythm. So obviously, just after an on-site trade show, you will have a lot of replay sessions to publish. So you will need to consume more video. So you will need to upgrade maybe your subscription plan and downgrade it a few months later. So it's really flexible, and it's another advantage that we can get from subscription models. And yes, the business goal, the ultimate business goal is this one: is generating leads for your exhibitors anytime, whether it's online or on site. This is really the message I wanted to share today with you all. So just a few words, and it's perfect because there is just 1 minute left. About Event Maker that you may not know us yet. because we have been very focused for quite a long time on the French market, because it's a very deep market. And now we are working more and more with organizers, trade show organizers outside from France. So we are a 12-year-old company which is doing really well at the moment, because now we are hybrid ready. We had a huge success in terms of virtual events that is complementary to our 12-year expertise of on-site events. So now we are very ready to go with our clients on this hybridization and on this event and community leadership all year long. Yes, and that's it. So now if you have some question, I will be pleased to answer them.
Florian, first of all, thank you very much for that presentation. You have stirred the chat. There are a few questions in there. Unfortunately, we are out of time, though, for this session. If you want to have a look in the chat, Florian, though, there has been a lot of discussion. It'd be great if you could connect with our audience and maybe follow up following this presentation. Did you say you're actually going to Event Tech Live, the live days as well? Will you be there yourself in London or not?
Yeah, I will be there tomorrow. I'm traveling in the afternoon.
Fantastic. Well, I say we look forward to seeing you there. I say if you want to catch up with Florian there, fire your questions at him in person. I'm sure he'll be delighted to speak to you. But for now, Florian, thank you very much for that fantastic presentation.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Good, there we go then. Moving on, ladies and gents. I say, unfortunately, we've run out of time to squeeze those questions in there, but make sure you do connect with Florian on the event platform. Up next, though, at 1 o'clock, we will be starting our next session with Sabine Rees. But for now, we're going to take a short ad break, and then we have a tech demo from Booth TED.